Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to North American and South American tournament. And it's going to be the winners bracket match between Loopy loopenloop versus Ponya. I'm Yongin, and joining me today we got one of the returning caster. Has been around for the entire day, Steve the Tyrant. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing very good, Yongin. How are you doing? How's everyone doing today?
Kinda
Gonna be
just
a good
awake.
match.
True, I just awake because it's 7 a.m. So but I'm here down for the 7 a.m. match between Loopy, Aurora Smarta and Loopy versus Sock and
Ooh.
Momoio Yume. So we got some
warm up.
True.
This
We
is gonna
got
be Loopy's
some
warm up.
absolutely a Loopy now. We got some really good Taiko World Cup players from both teams. But Aurora Smarta definitely the main key player here. I would say probably one of the best player from the United States, and probably serious in terms of like rail rounders, and oh my god, this will have some very hard finishers.
Yeah. Loopy's mapping is like really hard. Another thing to keep note on is that Aurora does also just lose 100s randomly, so consistency picks could be really good here. On Zock's team, however, Yume is actually quite a new player, who's been playing for I think maybe a year, maybe even less, and has improved a lot. I'm curious to see how much he has improved and how he will do in this match actually, because a lot of people know him as the sort of speed one trick, right? But he's getting his control a lot better lately, and I'm curious to see what he could pull off, especially against such a monstrous team with Aurora and Loopy, right? Because Aurora can play just about anything except for let's say slow hidden, and then Loopy just absolutely specializes in slow hidden, and that is very scary.
Yeah, not even that, his teammate can even cover some of the slow hidden stuff. I would say Silver T mentioned, the only weakness is probably you would call it very speed maintain heavy accuracy map, but that's probably the only weakness from Loopy loopenloop. Probably some very high accuracy maintain type of hard rock map as well. But yeah, this team absolutely one of the strongest on paper, and one of the favorites to win the tournament. Of course, there is still the Chilean team, which is also decimating the tournament so far. But yeah, if you're talking about one of the best team, Loopy loopenloop, it's definitely there.
Yeah, the weaknesses on the other team, however, would probably have to be Zock can play just about everything, but Yume specializes a lot in speed, but lacks quite a bit in accuracy, which is why I say consistency could be a problem. I think it really depends on how consistent they are feeling on the picks that they are confident in, but also whether they could maybe catch some off guard in mods or something, quite possibly. Let's say free mods, right? Though I suspect Aurora is probably going to be able to free mod most of these, or well, not free mod, but double mod, like hidden hard rock. Even the anti mod, because at this stage it's not looking too difficult, especially compared to what Aurora was playing back in SGTS, because those pools were really hard. And a very hard warm-up. I don't blame Zock at all for that score, but very impressive though nonetheless, just being able to play this.
Yep, absolutely.
That will be the Loopy's team's warm-up. And does the other team have a warm-up, do you think? Nope. Looks like we're doing rolls instead. So no, the other team. Either that or I missed it. Did I miss it?
I don't think so.
No warm-ups then? Okay, no warm-up for Zock's team. Or Ponya, of course. They love Madron.
Yeah, absolutely.
Both abysmal rolls. The Loopy team is still going to win the roll with 24 points over 21.
Nope, we do have the first warm up, but apparently it's gonna be gone because it was off streamed. But unfortunate case, we do have I would say the map that centers this pool here, which is the both flash pop zone. Because the two flash pop, long wake 1 and then long wake that's 9. Yep.
That's good. Loopy is feeling extremely confident on that pick then. I think that was one of their best protects. Free mod 2, like I said, catching them off guard on mods is also quite a decent strategy. So that's not a bad protect either.
Actually, Sock will just put on the double mod moments on Hidden Hard Rock on like the 3 mods, and I'll say he's definitely one of the more consistent Hidden Hard Rock players, so that's why I'm not surprised that they are not banning that. Let's see what both teams gonna ban. Ponya will be their second ban, and Loopy will be banning first. Number 1 is straight up gone.
Yep, consistency pick to catch Aurora or Loopy off guard. Zock's ACK is quite good. And Aurora sometimes doesn't feel quite right when he's trying to act.
Absolutely.
As I say please and being polite to ref. Yeah, be nice to the staff. Come on, don't be rude.
Yeah, Ponya should be banning out some of the other maps, such as I'll say how. Actually no, I'm not too sure what they're gonna ban on. Okay, no mod 2, it's gone. Yep. Also, okay, no one wants to play both long wake maps. I'm pretty sure Loopy just ban no mod 1 because it was probably quite comfortable for them, and the other team ban no mod 2. It's more like because they think it's too hard.
Also, that and Tosuke is especially tech mapped by Tosuke is Loopy's absolute weakness. So. But Aurora is able to play it, so I can see why they would ban the no mod 2, because Aurora is there to also back Loopy up in that aspect. Have a Tosuke hidden 1 that is technical, and Loopy will struggle very hard on something like that, even if it is within his skill set range. Everyone has their sort of like extra weakness, if that makes sense, just an obscure weakness with their skill set, and Tosuke is one of Loopy's.
Well, we're going to be starting on No More 5 Static, mapped by Solar. Well, slightly bit controversial pick once it was slightly bit controversial custom map off the pool. And yeah, I mean, it's just Solar gimmick, so regular type of Solar gimmick. We're going to get some gimmick players on both teams. Loopy gonna be playing this. Usually Sock should be decent map as well, but seemingly like Momo Evo Yuman will be stepping in for Ponya. And remember, in this tournament, you do need both players to at least play one map in this tournament.
Oh, I see. Interesting. But I am still curious to see, because I've never seen Yume really play gimmick very much. So, and this map has a lot of gimmicks. Like, if you're not familiar with gimmicks at all, and this is one of your first tournaments here, you are not going to know what's happening at all. There are so many gimmicks that happen at just random times. This map requires quite a lot of practice, and a few editor checks here and there as well. And I know Loopy will be able to play this super well, but I'm really curious to see how well Yume is actually going to do here. Future of USA Osu Taiko right here. Yume, let's go. My goat.
The problem of Yume usually is a bit lower act than everyone else. Look at his top plays are mostly 91%. Hopefully that doesn't hurt them too much in terms of act. But yeah, going for something like gimmicky like this, quite an interesting pick for Ponya. We'll see how they work on this map. Starting on the first, everyone did even play the start very well, knowing that you need to spam the sliders.
I mean, for something like this that requires a lot of practice, anything could happen with such a variety in beat mapping. So if Yume is feeling consistent on maybe keeping a full combo on this, or keeping more combo than, let's say, Loopy or Aurora, then by all means, this probably wouldn't be a bad strategy. Just relying on them to miss. I'd like to imagine they feel confident on this if they picked it, but we'll see what happens.
Slow
This
sessions.
definitely is kind of a risky pick.
On the slow sessions, no one seemingly finding any sort of bricks. Only Momo Yume dropping quite a number of 100 so far and giving the other team quite a bit of lead, because Loopy, of course, is like we mentioned, one of the best schemic player out there, and he is still athletic in this map so far. And then comes the stream sessions with a bit of a destruction, and that's going to be causing Momo Yume to find a break.
Still holding an SS, but those misses are extremely detrimental. There's not much you can do here right now against Loopy. Absolute monster.
Finally dropping a singular 100 on that session, but 100 is not gonna matter as they are still in the lead in terms of both combo and accuracy, and they're gaining as much score as possible.
A miss from Loopy though. But the AK it's gonna go over a little bit, but the AK is way too different for it to matter. More misses from Yume, going to reset the combo scaling once again. Gonna make that gap even wider.
Yeah, the miss from Yume, it's also a bit bigger than Loopy as well. Loopy only finding, and both players hit that memorized session, like, it's nothing.
Oh.
Here comes the DKKD and both
stacked note.
the troll session with some destruction as well. Yeah, Loopy still giving in very strong in terms of accuracy, and it also have been starting even bigger lead since the second miss on Momoyo Yume to around, I'd say 2 to 3 brick lead right now. The final section.
That memory section as well. And then the final section with the SV bar line, and especially more misses, but especially the big finisher sliders at the end, going to make it really hard to read. Is really going to test everyone's consistency here and their practice that has led up to this point.
Oh, and that's basically it. We're mostly seeing how strong Loopy's score could be. No breaks on both teams, so they are really prepared in this schemic map. But look at the flat-out accuracy difference, and you can already tell who is more comfy in this map after all. 99.54 from Loopy. Probably gonna be dropping 1 or 0-100s at the ending. He hits it perfectly. He hits that triplet perfectly and gonna keep that 11-100 2 score from Loopy, and that is gonna be a break pawn and a half. Ponya losing their first pawn.
That triplet at the end is awful because it starts on a line and it ends up offbeat. Actually disgusting to hit that at the end to try and not miss.
Absolutely, but they just doesn't care. And they're gonna instantly go for the pick that they originally protect, hit them one, not giving any chance to Ponya. And honestly, Ponya is also not that bad at slow hidden, but they definitely have a flat out advantage on a pick like this. Casual attack map by Numenites, shooting debris.
I'm surprised they actually didn't keep the hidden one for later. Because there are still plenty of picks I think they're very confident in. And having that pick and just saving it, a pick like that could make the other team a little bit nervous. Whereas saving your best pick over, like, let's say your second best pick is actually useful for as a last resort, or okay, well,
they probably just want to speedrun this match. Probably just want to speedrun this match. Doesn't care.
Yeah, fair enough. I suppose they don't have to stretch it. Maybe they feel just that confident here that they don't feel like the need to strategize that much, or to save it for that long. Static dog. Yeah,
Absolutely.
panic. Exactly.
Alright, Loopy actually gonna be funding 2 misses already. He missed the first note and then missed the miss after 100 combo in, but
Yeah,
they are
those are real.
still. Yeah, the first miss is actually real, and they are still holding in the lead because of just flat accuracy. And that's how dominant Loopy is in terms of slow hidden because of Sock low accuracy. But as a combo, still combo advantage favors Sock. He's gonna take the lead back. He's gonna find a break, and now Loopy should be completely in charge of this pick now. Instead for them to lose.
There's still more tech in here and some like overlaps going on. Especially with the 1-3. The 1-3 is really difficult to pin. Especially when the SV slows down. You don't get a very good idea on how you're supposed to tap for a little bit. But Loopy and Zoc are hitting those sections perfectly.
Yeah, but the early difference is basically Sock dropping a bit more 100. He's gonna be finding a couple of misses now. Slowly starting to see him fall off in the density session here, having a bit more notes and a bit more difficult patterning, and it's giving him quite a lot of trouble, dropping accuracy down to 96%, and finally able to hold on his footing here. But the damage has been done 100,000 points in favor of Loopy. Sock, not really a bad HD player, but Loopy are just too strong in that regard, and it's gonna be a very safe second pick from Loopy. Early miss, it's not gonna matter. He did the reverse shock here, and the first note miss is actually fake. And he only have dropped 1 misses for the entire map, 4 100s, and that's that you know how strong he is in terms of slow HD.
And as I suspected, yeah, the 1-3, Zoc having a lot of trouble on that second 1/3 section, making it is very, very, very hard to read that 1-3 just when it just comes up randomly out of nowhere. It can either make you miss or lose all of your accuracy immediately.
Instantly going for HD2, the speedier hidden. It's usually either the HD pick from Ponya or the free mob picks. I would say those two are definitely the most pickable maps for Ponya. Just going for accuracy type of maps, and not accuracy type of map, but like high speed reading type of maps, and with a bit of accuracy requirements. Not really that difficult in terms of reading, but I'll need some.
Zoc actually specializes, especially when it comes to these BPM ranges. He actually does specialize in keeping fairly good act consistently on something like Hidden 2. So I see this being like quite a good pick. But the risk being either Loopy's really, really good with this map, or maybe he's trying to abuse Aurora's act just slightly, since at this point, for something like maps like this for Aurora, feel a lot more like consistency picks than like, difficult to read. So I see this being a pretty decent strategy for Zoc's team.
Yeah, seemingly we have to restart the
Uh-oh.
HD2. Apparently, I don't think it's our problem. The ref forgot it was being selected. I am not too sure. It's from us or from them. There we go. HD2 being selected. Helpline, and when you heard of Helpline, you're gonna be stuck here for a long time. And this artist specialized for making like long songs of like random animates combined into one, and I guess this also fits in that category as well. A map by Backfire originally, and Luminite fixed the bar line of this map, that's why he uploaded them out. But yeah, like Silver T mentioned, it's more of a consistent type of like an HD map, and we see Saber in the background. Like I mentioned, anime song remix. Not seeing Aurora. No, I'm sorry, I was just gonna say not seeing Aurora on this map so far. In this match so far.
Yeah. So Aurora may be having a bit of trouble on the accuracy here, or consistency bit, so this was a good pick for Zoc. But one thing to mention is that some of Backfire's pattern can catch players off guard if they're not already familiar with his mapping, just a little bit. But these players have been around for a long time and have seen plenty of Backfire maps, so honestly could see this going either way. Looking at UR, Loopy was a bit shaky at first, but his UR is stabilized. Zoc's looking just about the same. Not too much there, but that early act could just, those few 100s could be just the thing that seals the deal here on whether they actually win this pick or not. But we'll see what happens. Whether Zoc shook all of his first map nerves out, or whether he's still nervous and still feeling shaky.
That accuracy is definitely not showing any shakiness so far, and he is doing the 100 play here. Loopy is touching his back with 2 100s. It's literally a 100 battle so far. Onto the chorus, it's not really giving anyone any trouble in this map, and they are still so strong and stable. And this is what happens when you give both HD player a consistency map. There's gonna be a 1 hot burst here, and it's gonna make Zoc drop 2 100s. So now he's gonna be 2 100s below Loopy as he drops another extra one. Still very close match so far. Any major mistake from both teams would give it to the other team onto the halfway point.
Especially with some of these pairs are quite tricky. Some of the SBs increase just a little bit. It's not hard for any of these players, but gotta keep the consistency, gotta keep your metronome, especially when the map slows down like that all of a sudden. Threw Zoc off a little bit, getting another 100. Loopy still being extremely stable. But anything can happen. Loopy dropping another 100, going into the stream section.
Here comes a bit of a boost as well! Loopy getting a few more 100s, but so does Zoc. It's still 3,000 points difference between two teams. 2,000 points, that's around 3,100. So Zoc needs Loopy to find a miss anytime soon to bring this back. We still have the 25% of the map left, so it's not over for both teams, both Zoc.
It's so close.
It's mostly consistency left though.
Okay, stream. Loopy's gonna be finding misses!
He's got one
This
more chorus left.
This might just be a point for Zoc's team.
Zoc has to
Still
hold
one more
on.
chorus section left.
Onto the final chorus. It's not really that difficult. The part of the map has been passed, so Zoc just need to keep playing and not getting nervous on the consistency rush session. And it might be too late for Loopy to bring it back up. And that's gonna be it. Ponya will be taking the first point finally on HD2. It's not gonna be a sweep, and might even able to start a comeback in this match.
We'll see what happens. Yeah, could see a comeback. Wow, that was extremely close. Loopy did not miss there. Wow, very good score from Ponya and Loopy. I was worried I dropped too many 100s at the start, lol. Okay. Well, nah, you know, honestly, no, he was fine because Loopy drops more 100s at first. But that middle section was very scary.
Yep. Not a sweep at least, so Ponya able to grab at least one singular point. And I would say they still have some possible to win maps, such as like, I would say Hard Rock 2. The entire free map pool is up to open for Ponya, and I would say those maps are also very good for them. Loopy teams can definitely go for other maps. I do believe Loopy in general should avoid the double time picks. So going for the SV map, another practice heavy map, good range. Loopy's team probably expecting the other team to pick, they already expected to pick No Mod 5, but the other team picked it for them. So instead, going for the other learning map, not by N-Wolf and be a good range. I would say this one has definitely appeared quite a number of times in those two tournaments. A very old song, but this is a custom map by N-Wolf.
Gold is gold though, alright. Perfect for this tournament. Perfect for this area, perfect for this setting. And we're going to be seeing Loopy and Zoc again playing on this pick.
Loopy just doesn't want to give his slot just yet. But he doesn't need to. Has been performing very well so far for the entire match. A bit of a mistake, small mistake throughout a number of maps, but I mean, only the only one that kind of caused a lose. Well, it's on hidden too, because the other team is also perfect. But some of these maps are definitely quite difficult, giving both teams a bit of a wobble in terms of playing. And a slow section here. It gives Sock a miss. Loopy will be leading in terms of combo.
And accuracy, especially. Keeping absolutely beautiful at this section, especially. And this is especially difficult because that one is so much denser. It doesn't look all that much different from like a watch perspective. But when you're actually playing something like this, low base 1 feels so much more dense, so much easier to get 100s on.
2022 after all, in terms of 1.6, we still have a sound, don't worry about it. It's just a bit lower.
Yeah, I just noticed that the audio was way quieter all of a sudden.
Yeah, because of audio clips from the last map. That should be fine now. Loopy only having 100 so far. And Sock around a couple of miss.
There we go. That's better. It's quite a bit better.
Yeah, Loopy still leading in around 2 combo. 2 misses in favor of Sock. Might be just a bit too late here because the weird finisher session is going to catch up Sock again. If it wasn't over already, that is going to be a nail in the coffin. And Loopy will be cleaning this map with a 1-100 play.
Wow. What is that accuracy? That's insane. I cannot imagine just being able to casually act low SV sections like that. It's so dense to read.
Might actually be a score that is able to challenge the #1 seeded team, and they're here to win. And of course, Sock finally picking 3 more 2. Another Sock and Mo, you may picking 3 more 2. The another Abby Mayo song. Repeating artists. I mean, we have no more to literally by the same artist. And it's a trend in NSATT in number of pools. So not surprised that. So yeah, not surprised that this pool also have another repeating artist. Custom map by Sosodia, and very funny difficulty name. But yeah, should be 2 HGHL going up against each other. And of course, Aurora Fasamata will be swapping in when it comes to HGHL instead of Loopy. Yep, onto high OD required hidden hard rock and Sock. Might be actually favored because of the high OD, and despite Aurora also has extremely well hidden hard rock reading capability. Look at COEGTS, he was the only one who were hidden hard rocking every single Fremont in COEGTS, and these other Fremont should not be a problem. We got some stream here and got some SV. I mean, compared to COEGTS, these are nothing for Aurora Fasmata, but the OD being OD10 is definitely the main part. And also the easier the read hidden hard rock is actually giving Sock a bit of advantage as well, because of more of a consistency read type of like just get a high accuracy of hidden hard rock, and Sock absolutely decimating this pick a whole % above Aurora Fasmata as well, and he's building up quite a good lead. 14,000 points difference in favor of Sock. Alright, we're gonna be on to the stream with 1/4 and 1/3 switch here. Not even gonna be giving any players a trouble. Here's the anti-hidden session, but yeah, the anti-hidden session should not be giving any trouble to these players.
Ooh. Oh, which Fremont are they playing? They're playing They're playing shitting. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
That is the intention with the map. Gotta make the players shitting, okay?
none of these guys are really shitting the map. They are absolutely doing their god mode gameplay here. 2-way FC still on Fremont 2, and Sock is looking like a 99% FC. The one final last session, he's gonna clean it. It's a real clean house from Ponya. Sock with a 99% FC on hidden hard rock. And when you get a high HGHL FC, it's very hard to beat you. Aurora Fasmata, very good at hidden hard rock, but of course the OD10 may cause a bit of a trouble from from the high OD requirements, being OD 9.8, and it shows here when you talk about high accuracy maintain, and yeah.
Yes, because Aurora, despite being able to play everything, when it comes to certain maps like these, when there's a bit of consistency required, and it's not, and when free mods aren't super duper skill cappy yet, out-acking him is quite a possibility in this sort of tournament setting. Ooh, RF1.
Whistle me up. Back in the old days, if you were still active around 2017 when we are still babies, this map was very popular. Not this difficulty though, the harder difficulty. Putting on hard rock on the top diff was particularly like you have to be like a top 50 player to be able to do so. Times has changed, players got a lot better at streams, and yeah, this map still holds heart. Still holds into some players' heart. But right now,
yeah,
it's not a top diff. It's an inner only diff by Judy Dani, and also another very old Japanese mapper here. Nodi 6.5 actually, and I would say last weekend maybe slightly bit more technical than this map. This one is just more like higher OD requirements. I would definitely see some players thinking that this map is slightly bit easier because of the less complicated 1-6 patterning.
I'm sure these players are quite familiar with this map, except for Yume. But as you can see, these two players are keeping really, really good accuracy. Hard Rock actually being a very, very good pick for them. Seems like anything Loopy is comfortable in, he just gets insane amounts of add. And it's really, really hard to compete with that. And I know Loopy back in like 2017, 2018 was especially very, very good at maps like these. If anyone is familiar with Weave Detonator, you know, stuff like that. So Loopy is already really, really familiar with this map, which makes this a very good pick.
Yeah, but talking about this map though, it's still anyone's game because of, I would say, how much easier in terms of technicality in this map, and any one singular break could definitely give the other team. Some of these bursts are giving Soccer a bit more trouble because it's 200 BPM tech after 200 BPM 1-6 burst after all. You need some high finger control. That hard pattern here not really catching anyone, and I'll say that's the hardest part of the map. We still have one more chorus left for both of these players to handle, but before that, calm before the sun.
We have the last section coming up here. Oh, it is a stream. Okay.
Yeah, here comes the final part.
And the last stream here. They just need to keep holding on at the very end, and that is going to be it. A very one-sided pick for Loopy's team. Loopy, loopenloop.
99.24 as well from Sock. So I do believe one, if not an extremely clean break from Loopy here, Sock could have win the point, and you know they are trying as hard as possible. But yeah, going for 3-1 instantly. Gyro, Tensei, the hidden hard rock strategy work, and they're gonna be doing it again on 3-1.
Very surprised. Assuming Aurora, well, they did switch out. I'm very surprised that Loopy isn't actually going to play Hidden Hard Rock here. Because I thought, because Fremod 1 is a lot less skill cappy, if that makes sense. So I'd like to have imagined this possibly not being a super good pick for them, but no, this looks like a really good pick for them actually. Quite solid. I wasn't expecting Aurora to be brought out for Fremod 1 at this stage of the game, or of the tournament, currently.
Probably mostly focusing on most of these HHL picks. 200 BPM HHL after all, with some awkward patterning in this map. There's also some weird, I'd say weird mapping sessions in this map. May cause a bit of a trouble. But yeah, the high S3 consistency throughout the entire map might give some trouble to players if they are not the quickest scroll speed reader, and there comes the first break here from Sock.
It's actually extremely close.
The perfect HHL. It's gone. He's not FCing this time. He's trying to go up against Aurora Fastmarker FC. Aurora doesn't have the best accuracy FC, but he
certainly doesn't miss though.
Yes, absolutely.
Does not miss. If you can out-act him, you need to full combo the map. Otherwise, you are going to struggle and fall behind. That's how he gets you.
Oh, Sock dropping a number of 100 at the end of that stream and giving Aurora Fastmarker a bit of a wiggle room here. He can drop few more 100s with this session.
Oh my god.
Here's a 1/3. This is the weird snapping sessions that I was talking about, and Aurora is dropping a number of 100s, saving some bursts as well. It's still anyone's game, and Sock is finally
2.5k.
Sock
still dropping 100s. It's coming even closer.
Sock has bring it back to combo cap. We got some highest SB sessions throughout the last part of the map as well. Aurora dropping one more extra 100, giving the lead to Sock, and he is holding it by a 400 point. But Sock finding a number of 100 as well, and gives it back to Aurora.
It could be either way at this point.
Accuracy difference making it super close between these two players. We have one more final stream, and Sock is going to clean it with a 550
516, 17 points.
517 points. 2 misses from Sock. It's not gonna matter. This is what I mentioned about accuracy capped against the other player.
Wow. It's not every day you see someone just out act scaling an FC from Aurora Phasmata on a free mod like this. It's not every day that you see something like that. Very good performance from both players. Wow. That was certainly one of the closer points that we have seen in this tournament.
Now going for no more free. Straight up speed now. Bring the high guns. Estonian Exodus of the magical girls. And I would say speed, I would definitely say, is Ponya's.
Sock doesn't feel very confident on this.
Usually it's
why have you done this?
Yeah, usually it's Momoiro Yuma coming to play some of the speedier maps. And so this map's like double time, so Sock may be being forced to play 260 BPM now.
Well, I could see Yume being a lot more necessary in a later part of the tournament, if that makes sense in terms of speed, because Zoc can play speed. I've seen him play around like 280 before, but he doesn't always specialize in speed, if that makes sense.
Yeah. He's more like a well-rounded player.
It really depends on how familiar and how good they feel on this pick, to be honest. It could go either way here, I think.
He's usually a well-rounded player, but he's not his type of a map. Kind of the same about Hard Rock between, I would say, about Sock. But for finisher control, not really finding anything from both teams.
Unless you're DDK, it's tied.
Bit of a memorize SV, and here comes the first! Oh!
What? First playing the SSN mono? Okay.
You know, DDK players, he's showing you that it doesn't matter. It's just playing 200 BPM stream in standard. He can 260 BPM streams first in standard. Not even a thing here for Aurora Fastmarker. Cleaning house against Sock here, the ADDK player, finding a break on the huge mono.
I was very surprised that Zoc struggled on that mono. He's had a history of playing streams, very mono-heavy streams in the past before. But wow, that was quite brutal.
Only that brutal miss though. A bit of a finger control pattern, but I would say that might be slightly too late here for Sock. There's still hope that he's running out of time. There's no breaks from our but like we mentioned, this guy just never miss. Final 10% off the map left. Seems mainly like he'll be cleaning this pig. Still.
And yeah, you know Aurora, he does not miss. He certainly does not. Oh,
another mono! Oh, he does
overstream.
He does a lot of accuracy drop on that stream, but not gonna be causing any trouble in this peg. Sock will be missing on the mono stream, and then also the finger control patterns after that part as well. So yeah, Loopy on the match point.
I'm the real bongo player, Zoc says. Hard Rock. Looks like we're going to be going Hard Rock 2 next. Which is very scary. Because I know Aurora is quite good at Hard Rock 2.
Yeah, but Sock as well, I would say he's usually the cover-up player in Tiger World Cup. Hard Rock 2 back in the 2021 time, but it's not the case anymore. Seems that now a lot of Hard Rock players, there's 3, let's say, Hard Rock players usually from the United States team Tiger World Cup, having you, and then having Aurora, and then the third being Pat. Usually these 3 should be the Hard Rock 2 player, but back in the old times, not the old times, but like not the ancient times, like slightly bit older times that US doesn't have like 3 HL players to cover up Hard Rock 2.
Like PBG2.
Yeah. Yeah, he's usually
back in like 2018, sort of. Yeah, or in above.
Like 2021, like around that time.
Yeah,
usually Sock is
like around that era.
Yeah, Sock usually is the third HL2 player. Really a bit aboard. He wants to destroy hard. He wants to destroy No More Free. Not aboard, but like, you know, panic. He's hitting. Alright, where is Touche? Where is our streamer Touche? Touche.
Hello? Hello? Alright, I guess we're watching No More 3 again. Oh,
right, there we go.
There we go.
7. Celium. Centine. 9.
Oh, wow. It is extremely close.
This map doesn't really have the highest reading caliber, but
accuracy though.
Yeah,
having to maintain accuracy on something like this is very difficult.
Swapping between 1/3 and 1/4 I would say is very difficult for Hard Rock 2 usually. They are very clean type of like 1/3 so, but yeah, it usually gives a lot of trouble to players.
Aw, no ghost tap on the metronome. And we're gonna get to the more higher SD, doublet, heavy stuff, more pattern technical mapping. Aurora is actually going to be finding a miss, giving Zoc a huge lead here actually.
A very good play from Sock, and he's doing it like I mentioned, he is the 4th HL2 player usually. A 3rd, or probably 4th nowadays in Tiger World Cup, and he's smashing house. He's more consistent in a map like this. Yeah. Hitting some of these 1/4 finishers perfectly as well.
Ooh. Still have the ending, however. Well, okay, these patterns don't look very hard actually.
Yeah, the last part is not hard.
These patterns are actually really easy.
The hard part is mostly the 1/3 at the start, but both teams actually, both players actually able to handle them. Oh!
Okay, it's not enough.
you cursed them. You cursed them.
Okay, well, anything can happen, okay? I told you. No, I didn't jinx him. I warned you. Anything can happen. We could see Olkui miss on Nomad 1 randomly.
And
And,
the one is
and
actually it's actually quite difficult in this map.
okay, fair enough.
True. Alright, double time one. It's gonna be 9-9. I'm surprised that Loop just did not go for DT2, but you know, it's all mapped by UCAS and it's a speed map and let's say toxicity. Maybe that's why they want to avoid it as much as possible. Gonna go for 9-9 instead. An accuracy pick against stock though. Interesting.
Aurora versus Zoc on accuracy again.
If there isn't hidden this time, but OD6 double time does make it OD 9.6, so you know it's still very high in terms of OD, just a bit lower than just like 0.5 MSO than 3 Mod 2 with hidden hard rock, so still a very high AC requirement.
I can see why Aurora would be on this, however. This is quite technical. I would say that... Okay, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't. Never mind.
Dude, you pre-curse Sock. You haven't even mentioned his name. And
I was going to say
that
this might actually be very good. Like, oh yeah, this position would be pretty bad since this is, you know, the team with the this Loopy's pick here. But oh, the act would be fine, and then I jinxed Zoc without saying anything.
Some of these hot patterns are giving players a lot of trouble. KDDK into KDDK again. Alright, we are inserting hack client to Aurora to make him miss. Again? Question mark? No, that was just our streamer searching something. And don't worry guys, there's nothing going on for Aurora and he is still FCing with a 99%. We dub him in his accuracy and he is actually performing quite well in this pick. We can see why they are actually decided to go for this map.
As long as Aurora just keeps hanging in there, doesn't, you know, shit miss or anything, he'll be fine. There is still half of the map, so anything could happen. We could be seeing a tiebreaker, who knows. You don't worry about the audio. It's okay. That should not happen. That should not happen for the next matches. Don't worry, we are working on it.
We will be tuning the audio down. I'm sorry that we cannot hear this great of a song.
Windows 11 has problems. Don't worry about it. You can't.
Don't worry about it.
You cannot blame. Oh.
All right. The heck.
Blame Windows, not
True.
the streamer. Don't worry.
Now the final chorus should be fixed now. Everything.
Oh.
But yeah, the early trick here from Sock really seals the deal of this map. The first 30 seconds of the map kind of designed the winner of this pick, unfortunately. Yeah, Aurora, we doubling his high accuracy and 99% on OD 9.6.
Where are my Linux streamers at? Okay, well Linux also kind of sucks.
GG roleplay to Loopy and Aurora Fastmata, and they will be moving on into the winners bracket semi-finals.
That was quite a close last match.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
in the end, Aurora would have probably had slightly better AC even if Zoc did not choke. But very, very close match against Seed 2 versus Seed 7. Seed 7 doing Ponya doing an amazing job against a much higher seed. Definitely exceeded expectations today.
Yeah, I would say so. I'll expect more like a 6-1 or 6-2, but they definitely bring it up their A game. Even took 4 points off of Loopy and Aurora Fastmata. Big, huge W for Stock, I would say, but unfortunately, he will still be losing the match and dropping down to the loser brackets. And he's gonna have a very great time in the loser brackets, I would say, until the pool gets like extremely difficult. But for now, seemingly like no problem. Loopy Loop will be moving on forward against possibly the 3rd seed or the 6th seed, which is I would say actually until then we will have our next match between the 4th seed and the 5th seed, which is going to be you will know one day, which is you cannot know, versus San Macrionos. Okay,
There are a lot of really funny names, aren't there?
San Macrionos. I'm trying so hard pronouncing Spanish, right? It's gonna be like Mango 333. Yeah, I'm gonna call you Mango. And Bachata Beretta, the Peruvian team, and going up against you cannot know. So a single man battle against a team battle. Next match at the 1 UTC. Very close in terms of seating, so don't go anywhere when it comes to 1 UTC, which is going to be happening in an hour.
I would like to imagine that this match is going to be extremely close, but